I call this meeting to order. This is the April 20, 2022 meeting of the Johnson City Public Library Board of Directors. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we are meeting virtually and are being recorded as allowed by Executive Order 16 by Governor Lee. Please indicate your understanding that this is our official meeting by saying yes, as Kathy will call the roll for the board.
Connie Warner,
Here.
David Gamer,
Here.
Sarah Davis, Jennifer Dixon,
Yes.
Gerald Carter,
Yes.
John Hunter,
Here.
Scott Jeffress, Georgita Washington, Susie Williams.
Yes,
It looks like Sarah's connecting. So Sarah, you're with us. And she's muted.
Yes.
Sarah.
All right, thanks, Sarah. I've got you.
Okay. Our first item of business is approval of the minutes. So you all received them last week? Any corrections, questions, concerns about the minutes of our March 16th meeting? Okay, I will take a motion to approve those meeting minutes.
So moved.
David? A second, please.
Second.
second,
All right. All in favor of approving those minutes, please say hi and raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
All right, those are approved. And Sarah, can you give us our treasurer's reports?
Yes, I'll be glad to do that. Okay, so just a second. At the end of March, total revenues are at 75 8/10%, and total expenditures are at 67 5/10% of the budgeted amounts. This puts us in a really good position for the last quarter of the fiscal year. We've had a very successful commemorative brick sale, and 100 bricks have been, almost 100 have been purchased by individuals and businesses. So that will continue to sell the bricks through the end of this fiscal year, which, as you know, is, I think it's in June. All account groups are at or under budget. A final amended budget proposal will be presented to the board in May. The amended budget should correct the few line items that are currently over budget. Are there questions?
And I'm gonna, Sarah, if you don't mind, the one thing that, and I apologize, Sarah, I didn't call this to your attention. On the balance sheet, the liabilities are still there. They aren't zeroed out. And that's because we had a 3 payroll month, and we processed the payroll in March and paid it in April. And these liabilities will zero out. And Sarah's familiar with that. We've talked about that many times in the past. So that is the one thing, if you do see numbers in the liabilities, those will go away. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Kathy.
Other questions or comments? Hi, Scott, welcome.
Hi, Tony. For the record, for you and Kathy, I say yes to the opening statement that I missed.
Okay. Questions on the budget for Sarah, Jennifer, and Kathy? All right, I will take a motion to approve this report, please. I see Jennifer's hand, and I see Sarah's hand. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
aye,
All righty. Well, that is approved. Now, Sarah, could you give us the Imagination Library report?
Yes. So for March 2021, at the end of March, the revenues are at 81%, and the expenditures are at 76% of the budgeted amounts. In March, we received $621 from the Governor's Early Literacy Foundation. Currently, 5,223 Washington County children are enrolled in the Imagination Library. That is it.
What was that final number?
5,223 are currently enrolled.
That's amazing. Great.
Yeah.
Any other questions? I will take a motion to approve this report. Someone? I see John. And who else?
Looks like
Wait a second.
Susie's responding.
Jennifer. And all in favor, please say aye.
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 Great, great. I see that I'm looking at myself on the camera, and I don't know how it looks on yours, but it's giving me a headache with how weird the stripes in my shirt look. So next time I'll know not to wear a narrow striped shirt. But Julia, even as long as my shirt's not making you sick to your stomach, please give us your report.
Hope my shirt isn't making anyone sick either. Thank you all for being here, hopefully for what is our last Zoom meeting for a while. I know that there are some of you who do prefer to continue to participate in this meeting virtually, and I wanted to remind you, of course, that our bylaws do allow for teleconference for our library meetings. So as long as we have the meeting locally and open to the public, you can always call in or Zoom in if that's your preference too. So that is allowable as it was before COVID. So just wanted to make sure you knew that. So we did open the facility yesterday at 11 a.m. to the public, and it was a fantastic day. Kathy and I worked the front desk kind of in our unofficial greeter / muscle behind enforcing masks role, which is really fun because a lot of people were very happy to be here. There was a fantastic balance of kids and families and little guys coming in who hadn't been here, and older folks who one gentleman made the comment that he felt like his life was back, like life has started back now. And so that was really lovely to hear. And then just a couple of folks who had no idea that we'd ever closed and needed to come in and take a boating exam or print something. So it was a fantastic day. We had 369 people come through the gates yesterday for our door count. And for context, on a Sunday pre-COVID, we would range from about 250 to 325. So it was about like a Sunday. And Sundays before were always our slowest day of the week. But we were open from 1 until 6. So it was a little bit busier than that. So it felt good, slow, steady. Today's been a little quieter. We've been averaging, between 15 and 25 people in the building at any given time. We've gotten close to 50 people being in the building at once, but we haven't hit that mark just yet. So we'll see as the week trickles on. A few folks have mentioned, Kathy Hall was in here today and yesterday, and she said that she talked to somebody who was afraid to come yesterday because they thought that there would just be this onslaught of people and they'd have to wait outside. So I'm kind of wondering if they're just kind of biding their time a little bit, but regardless, we are excited to see how usage shakes out and patterns emerge and that kind of thing going forward, see if those old trends continue. Certainly the building is different right now because we do not have public seating areas available. So most people aren't staying in the building as long as they would have otherwise. So they're really just coming, picking out their materials, checking things out at the Friends Library book sale and checking out and heading out the door. But overall, it's been very successful. We've adapted just a little bit. I had to move a sneeze guard today. So by and large, though, I think that our plan and strategy is strong and has been successful this so far. So feel very good about where we are right now with regards to safety, and the staff, I think, feel really good. It's like riding a bike. We're a little squeaky. There's things that don't like rattle off the tongue like they used to, and just stuff like that. It's kind of been a learning curve there, but we're getting there. And every day, I think we'll feel easier and more comfortable. So I'm hoping to further expand hours, hopefully in May, get us back to that 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. range like we would have been before. And so we'll gradually kind of talk about what services people are asking for and and add things along the way. At present, we are limiting, computer use to 20 minutes and things like that. So we'll start talking about what we want to open up, what feels safe to do for kids and families. And also the CDC guidelines, they keep changing too. So how does that affect what we can provide to people? Simple things like, quarantining items and stuff like that. We're keeping an eye on the latest guidelines always too. So that's really, that's the big news, but it's big news.
Yeah.
And all consuming to say the least.
So how did your staff, those especially that were a little apprehensive, are they okay?
I think so. And honestly, I think the soft opening really helped with that. Just getting over that fear of having strangers in the building was really important, and just really seeing what it was going to feel like and what it felt like to serve a patron from behind a plexiglass screen and with masks. We haven't had a lot of, well, to my knowledge, really any challenges to mask wearing from the general public. I've given a few out when I've worked at the door. By and large, people are, happy to put them on. They're pretty used to it at this point. So that was really our biggest concern. And as long as we can continue to require masks, I think we're going to be in a good place and the staff feel comfortable. So
that was going to be my second question. So please tell your staff that they all seemed super excited and eager and positive, and I was real impressed and had a good time going around meeting all of them.
fantastic.
So I think they put on a great show and great show of excitement about opening the building. So I was pleased.
I'll let them know.
I went by there last week and I was there again today. It was just nice to be able to go back in the library.
Yeah. Yes. Daryl, we want to congratulate you on your recent appointment to the Tennessee Historical Commission. So we're proud of you and do us well.
Thank you.
Kathy, no, it was Sarah that just said this. The bricks are still on sale through June. Correct?
That is
Okay.
correct. We're going to continue on with that. We've had several great little spurts of purchasing. Sometimes it's on our website, it's on Facebook during National Library Week, and we have flyers available, and we're giving those to people at curbside as well. And I think we've probably given out a couple hundred there, and we've had, our patrons are wonderful. It's very poignant and very gratifying to see all of the compliments toward the library, and a lot of folks are doing that. They're expressing their appreciation for this library on their brick, and it's not just family or acknowledging their business. So I can't wait for those to be installed and for everyone to be able to see them.
And if you guys are like me and have dilly-dallied around and not done your brick order yet, do it before June if you can. Those were the three things that I had down on my list that I wanted to talk about. So I think we'll go to Amy and hear what's happening in her office.
Hi, everybody. Sorry about the camera. It's just not working tonight, I guess. I don't know. But you're probably better off, let me just tell you. It's been a long day. We don't have too much. Last Monday, I went to Nashville for the grand opening of the new state library. And let me tell you, it is gorgeous. It is huge. I think my legs are finally calming down from having to walk the whole thing all day. But honestly, if you get into Nashville at any point, please go take a tour of the building. It is incredible, state of the art. I got to see the robot in use, the robotic shelves, and it is unbelievable. I highly recommend a visit. It is, it was, I've seen pictures as it was being built and everything, but wow, it is incredible. So other than that, we are working through our training plan for 2021-22. And we've got hopefully some good trainings coming up for that. Still waiting for approval on that, of course, but we are still in 2020, 2021. That is not easy to say. And we have a couple more trainings this year that we are looking at in both of them in May. On May 7th, I believe, we are having a representative from the Library for Books and Accessible Media. It's formerly the Library for the Blind and Physically Handicapped. They are going to do a presentation on senior resources and the collection development for senior resources, along with what they can do there at the Library for Books and Accessible Media. So Ruth Hemphill from Nashville is going to be doing a virtual presentation for us, and I'm really looking forward to that. I haven't seen one of her presentations that I haven't gotten a lot out of. So you'll be seeing some more information about that coming out soon. And the other one that we are doing is a customer service training. It's just, these are both going to be short, probably about 3 hours. And it will also be virtual, and that is being led by Lori Thompson from the Tennessee State Library and Archives. She's going to be talking about, getting back into the swing of things after being gone for a while, how to deal with difficult patrons, how to listen, how to, just those kind of skills that we're finding are very important after being in a very different situation for a very long time. So that will be coming May 18th. And again, you'll see all these coming out. These are primarily directed toward library staff. However, if a board member is ever interested and would like to sit in on one of our trainings, any one of them, you're always invited. And I will send the information out to Julia. And if you are interested in either of those, let her know and she can pass that information along to you. And other than that, we are just rolling forward. We are so excited that you all are open again. And I've been kind of biding my time so as not to add to the rush, but I'll probably be in soon too. I've got some things to pick up. So, but if anybody has any questions for me, I'll be glad to answer them. Otherwise, that is all I have.
Thank you very much, Amy. As we discussed let me reword that. Are you guys comfortable? We will have a meeting at the library next month, but as Julia indicated, we can allow any of you that want to be on a Zoom to be on a Zoom, correct, Julia?
That's correct, yes.
So you can, we'd need a couple of days heads up from you if you do prefer to attend that meeting by Zoom, but and that's not an issue if you do. Other than that, I don't have anything else, and we will see you at the library, I guess. And I'll, with your agreement, adjourn the meeting. All right, thank you.